good morning. Pastor Steve here. Now back to Colossians again, first chapter, down 5 through 8, I guess. Paul says, "For the hope which is laid up for you in heaven, whereof you heard before in the word, the truth of gospel, which is come unto you as it is in all the world, and bringeth forth fruit as it does also in you, since you heard it, and know the grace of God in truth. As you learned of Epaphras, our dear fellow servant, who is for you a faithful minister of Christ, who declared unto us your love in the Spirit." And Paul's still thanking God for these people. He heard of their love for others. He continues saying, "I'm thankful that you have a hope of heaven, that the gospel has come to you, and it's the real deal in your life, that you're true believers." In verse 6, notice that you bring forth fruit. There's an expectation that the gospel will be productive, that there'll be fruit. When the gospel is received, there'll be fruit. Those who get the grace of God in truth, true believers, produce fruit. Remember the parable of the sower back in Matthew 13, first 23 verses there? There, seed was all sown on soil, and the seed that was sown on good soil brought forth fruit. The soil that didn't produce was soil that didn't truly get the seed embedded. Another way, Jesus said it over in John 14:15, "If you love me, keep my commandments." Keep my commandments. Kent Crockett shares this. During a sermon, a pastor asked a question to the congregation, "And what is a saint?" A little boy looked up at the stained glass windows of the apostles. He blurted out in the service, "People who let the light shine through." That's true, isn't it? Paul also commends his minister as well, Epaphras. See, he not only gave the message to them, but he returned good news to the Apostle Paul. He shared the positive things that were happening, the right things that were happening. We need to be bearers of good news. Not only the gospel out to people, but bearing the good news back to other people. It's our hope to share the fact that God is at work, and yes, it's dark outside, but in a dark world, even a dim light shines brightly. Be that light. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.